Hi, I'm Dr. Ian Johnston, continuing our series on playing in the sandbox with Cerner. In this video, we're going to get down to some of the meat and potatoes of the program. We're going to be looking at the patient chart itself. Before getting started in earnest, however, it's probably worth looking at the components of the chart and figuring out a best way to get ourselves organized so that we can work in an efficient fashion. So here we have the Cerner chart. This is something that you will all get to be very familiar with. There are a number of standard components. We have some drop-down lists at the top. We have a series of icons, some of which you'll find to be quite useful. We have the banner bar that has patient demographics, as well as a series of alerts. I'm not going to spend time on the banner bar, but you'll find that some of these are clickable, and you're able to view more information by either clicking them or hovering over them. Then we get down to the main chart. We have sort of two main pieces. The dark menu, which allows you to view just about any part of the chart and also add to the chart. This is one way to deal with Cerner, and some of us will find these to be helpful. The recommendation, however, is that most of the time we leave the dark menu aside. You can do that by pulling out this pin. It will disappear, and dealing mainly with the main Cerner chart. We can see that the chart is divided into a number of pages, which you can open with a single click. We call these M pages, M as in Mary. The main one is inpatient workflow, which allows you to deal with the common tasks when you're dealing with inpatients. When you get around to discharge, we have a discharge workflow. Because I'm a pediatrician, I also have a neonatal workflow. And all of you will also have a page with quick orders. These are orders which are commonly used that you can access easily without having to search for them. But most of the time we're going to deal with the inpatient workflow. Now, the recommendation is that one work through the inpatient workflow with each patient. If you look, there are actually many different tabs, and not all of them are equally relevant to everyone. In addition, some of us like to do our work in one order, and other people like to do work in a different order. So the inpatient workflow is fully configurable. The first thing one might want to do is get rid of those items that aren't of a particular interest, or we don't feel that we will want to look at frequently. So to do so, we move all the way over to the right side of the screen to this hamburger icon right here. Click on it, and then go to components, and we can see all of the inpatient workflow items are listed. Now, as an example, advanced growth chart is of interest to a pediatrician, but perhaps less of interest to an adult physician. So we'll unclick that one. Similarly, not all of my patients have pathology. I don't really like looking at it for every patient, so I'm going to unclick that. So it's worth going through and eliminating those items that are of less interest. Now I've gone ahead and unclicked a few more, and you can see that my list here in the inpatient workflow is a little bit tidier. Now the order of the items can also easily be configured into something that's convenient for you. For example, I often would like to do a chief complaint, review of systems, subjective history and assessment and plan, in rapid succession. So as you could see, I could drag and drop those in an order that I find to be efficient. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and you can change them at any time. But once you make a change in your own personal profile, it will remember it for the next time. Now, those of you with a sharp eye will note that I've reorganized my list a little bit into something that I find pleasing, and now I'm ready to get on and to start working with the patient. This is what we will do in our next video.